Oh, helps my mic's not muted. Hey, welcome back. It's Thursday night. It's GT time, and we got Jack Ivey back with us today. Hey, Jack.
Hey, how you doing, Jake? It's good to be back at my home track of Mosport.
We are watching Matt Taylor come around for his very first timed lap. He was in the front of the pit lane, so he was out first.
Matt driving Lambo.
Yeah, so Lambo, he's got a run on clear track, maybe the only run on clear track he has. I wonder, I guess we'll see by the time. No, that won't be our pole lap. They can go a little quicker than that.
No, but it's good, and as you said, it's a short track, so it's going to be tough for them to get clean laps in as this goes on. We got a pretty good field out here today. It looks like we're going to have, what, 29 cars out there?
Yeah.
But one guy who won't be out there for this qualifying is Captain Kirk, who is got a no qual.
Yes, indeed. He was not happy with that incident. He felt like David should have given him more room, but how it looked was not good for Kevin Kirkbride. So he'll sit this one out, and we will have to keep an eye on him as he moves through the field, because he was just about fastest in practice, fastest or second fastest. So he's done a lot of practice laps. He's definitely looking for some kind of result here, even starting from the back. So it'll be exciting to see what he can do. Last time he got towards the back because of the incident, but then he got damaged, so it's not easy to move up at that point. We'll have a clean car.
All right, just a quick message there. We've got Chips and Queso in the house, and he says, Jake, you're quiet, Jack, you're good. So, Jake, you might want to boost your volume just a tad.
The irony of it is, I may, well, see.
Or maybe I'm just being way too loud tonight. I don't know.
No. I adjusted you up, hoping that I could fix the issue, but I may have overcorrected. Kevin, how is it now? Better now. Okay, I just moved the mic closer to my face.
Now. Way to go.
And
thanks for joining us, Chips and Queso. I'm glad you know these guys' names. I never know from all
yeah,
these.
That's Kevin Kirkbride. Right after he joined the league, I was playing Battlefield with him. He was Chips and Queso on other games. So that's how I remember who Kirkbride is. There's a lot of others that I don't really know about as well as you do, so I know how you feel.
So Captain Kirk's in the house watching qualifying. Very good, very good.
Our own
Mosport, my favorite track.
Our own
and this track is a blast to drive on.
Our own McLovin Terry has still not earned the last name, so very interesting.
Who, Terry?
Name. Yeah, no last name, you know.
I think that's Terry Murphy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you're right. Okay, so.
All right. Even though I'm only here half the time, I do pay attention the odd time. So Taylor's out in front right now. He put out that first lap in, and Jesse Olsen is in second. He just put it off track. Sean Ricker in third. Heff in fourth. Montgomery, Mr. 500 lap practice guy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who has that time? Who has that time? I wish I had that time, and I'm retired.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about priorities, Jack.
Indeed it is. Who are you on board with?
We are watching Hefner. He is even in Sector 2. He's ahead in Sector 1. So we'll see what he can accomplish through these last few turns. Oh, he gets loose. He goes.
All sorts of wrong there.
But that could have been. He gathered it up okay. I think you're right, though. That's going to be hard. Oh, yeah. That was bad. Okay, but Parsons is up. Parsons on the straight.
Picked up a spot.
Yep, just one.
Yeah, just not as clean coming through those S's as he possibly could have been, and I think that's where he probably lost it in through there.
You know,
8, 9, and 10. You got to just nail them right, and it's sweet when you do nail those last in those S's correctly. It is really sweet. But look, we got Taylor, Olson, and Ricker all up in first sectors.
Yeah, Taylor's up in sector 2, though not by any tenths yet. We'll see what his time is across the line. He's got traffic coming up, but they should be going quick enough to not affect him. Oh, no improvement. 8.83 versus 8.47. Ricker was fastest in practice for a while. Oh, big mistake.
And Olson had a good run there, but he got all caught up behind some traction there, and that was actually Ricker who was off. Olson was following him, so a little bit of a bobble going on there.
Yeah. Moses off from Moss. There's Moses in the woods.
Okay, Montgomery coming down into the S's. I watched some of his practice laps. He was very good through these S's, but he caught too much curb there. Got it sideways. Not going to help him out.
Bryant's going to improve.
Nice exit through 10. Little too much grass, though.
It's barely slower than his previous lap. All right, well, who's gonna? Oh, Parsons takes it off in Moss. His Porsche's having trouble in Moss Corner right now. Back to Hefner, who's up in after sector 1.
Yeah, that Moss Corner is, that 5-6 combination there. That could be trouble in the first couple of laps. We've seen it in the past, and I predict we're going to see it again tonight. Big slide by Hefner into the wall there. The other ones that surprised me, Jake, were the Corvettes. The Corvettes were doing reasonably well in practice, and the Porsches as well. So I'm going to keep my eye on those guys. Sean Ricker got a good tow from David Marish, and looks like he's coming into the S's now. Oh! Well, I've just watched Olson and Ricker had great sector times there, Jake, but both pooched their laps. So they're pushing very, very hard out there.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble putting it together in that last sector there. That wall where Ricker hit did not look safe. It was
there's a little bit of an abutment there where the walls don't meet, and that's going to be like a race ender if anybody does connect there.
I'd say that's quite the health hazard. Oh, and Curtis Chandler is here. That is a full 30-car grid back, assuming Ludd comes back, and I'm sure he will. Isn't that something? 30 cars
Thursday
on a
night is
tiny little track.
Oh boy, yeah, it's going to be crowded out there, that's for sure.
Several guys looking to improve here, including Salem Montgomery Jr. coming around the final corner. Oh, gets a little loose there. Yeah, it's a little jump up, but I don't think he gained any positions.
Nope, still sitting in 6th.
Lap time. Nope, he's going to go around again. He's on the mediums. You got to assume. Although what I've heard about the mediums is one big slide and they're done. They get too hot. And that's why you're going to see several of these guys running the hards in the race.
Very interesting.
Well, that's for the Glickenhaus. I think a lot of these other GT3 cars can run medium tire, but the Glickenhaus specifically is going to be on the hards. Notice we do have quite a mix of tires for qualifying here. So
well, 2 guys I'm surprised right now, and I've watched him a little bit here, is Chris Moses hasn't been able to get a lap in, and we know he can do a sub 115. We watched him do it in pre-race practice. And the other one is Al Merriman. I'm looking for Al to put in a little better showing. But, you know, we've got 19 cars within 1 second of each other.
yeah, I mean it's just as close. You know, we've got 26 cars in 2 seconds, so it's just as close as it's ever been, really.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's going to be a bit of a crazy race tonight, I think.
Yeah. Not an easy first lap here at Mosport.
You know, for Kevin Kirkbride sitting there with a no qual, you know, he could in theory pick up 6, 7, 8, or 9 places in the first lap, because I'm sure there's going to be trouble in the S's and in corners 5 and 6, most corners.
These guys are getting stuck behind each other.
John Ricker coming across the line here.
Up to second.
Yep.
Nice run.
In the Ferrari.
Yep. And his teammate Jesse Olsen is P3. So good result for the purple helmets.
Absolutely.
So far, anyway, we've got 8 minutes to go, so we'll expect some sneaky times in there, maybe from Parsons, maybe Salem. Maybe Moses, as you said, if you get a lap without traffic in.
Well, he's had a couple of laps without traffic, but he pulled out of the last lap. I'm not sure exactly why.
Well, you know,
but,
there's just little slight deviations in the track temperature and the feel of the car between each session, so maybe he's kind of caught out at the moment. It's not.
Salem Montgomery coming through the S's.
Ricker's
Let's
up.
see if he's got good enough time to.
Montgomery up. Ricker
Salem.
up. Look at that.
Salem.
Look
Salem.
at that.
Ricker. Whoa.
Look at that. Salem puts it in, then Ricker right behind him. Just take it. Salem was in first, provisional pole for about 5 seconds. Probably even less than that.
Oh. he's a little peaked at that. He's taking her back out.
Yeah, I would too. But you've only got to get a 10. Wow. Nice run there by Sean Ricker. Might have been taking advantage of the draft there. He was so close.
Yep, Ricker and Salem, both good runs.
Instead of softs. Kevin Kirkbride says that Ricker is suddenly faster because he put on mediums instead of the soft tire. Sounds like we really are having these tires heat up in just a couple laps. The out lap and the time lap, the softs are getting hard to drive on. So maybe that's why we're seeing all these Sector 3 mistakes. Their tires are just too warm after the long straight.
Well, it could very well be, but you know, he used to be a real magician at doing that. Was I used to watch Aaron Parsons go out and literally tiptoe through, you know, the out lap just to preserve the tires for one smoker. I always found that hard to do, is to, you know, take a lap at like off speed, so to speak, and then try to turn it around on the for a hot lap. But he always seemed to be able to do it. He's sitting in P7 right now.
Yeah, he just started timed lap. He's on the softs, as you say. Let's see what you can do is you may have to deal with traffic. Always an unfriendly variable. Oh, somebody off track. Got trouble in Moss. Gets through there okay. His next trouble spot is up here at 8. These are 8, 9, and 10, right, Jeff?
Yeah, the last in the S is 8, 9, 10.
Together. Traffic, get out of the way. Not improved there. I don't see anybody improve.
Well, I do. I'm on board with Chris Moses. He's coming into 8, 9, and 10 now. And he's definitely going to move up from 16 if he can hang on to it.
He's got so much traffic up ahead. Look at that. Well, he got to do it. Guys practicing pit. Nope, nope. Right in front of him. Up to 12.
Yeah. And he, like I said, he had hit, well, some 115s. He's got enough. He's got enough for 2 laps left in him.
Parsons on another out lap. You guys really hoping to get a clean lap in.
Well, there are definitely some hot times up there. You know, when you take a look at that, you know, sub 115 is pretty quick. And like we were talking earlier, you know, 19 cars within 1 second of each other. Not going to take much of a mistake to put everybody up together, and we should have some great racing tonight. Always great racing here at NAGP. We're fully funded by donations, so if you feel so inclined, reach into your pockets and throw a few pennies our way. Well, we've got all but 4 cars on track trying to better their times right now.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Ricker in particular. He's got traffic coming up. He's a little slower through Sector 2, but Bryant, P13. He's got room. He's got this pace on these last 3 corners. Yeah, it's not lap traffic, but traffic in qualifying makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's a short track. You know, it's just a hair under or over 2.5 miles around, and it's tough when we get 30 cars out there. It's going to be really interesting.
It certainly is.
And I haven't taken a look at the grid, but in real life, 30 cars might make the guys starting on corner 10.
That is correct. If you are in the back, a couple of rows, you are starting on a turn, which is a whole different kind of start. No smoky burnout if you are, you know, sitting there with your wheel turned.
Well, I don't think there's any reason to have a smoky burnout here, because in corner 5 and 6, they're all going to bunch up anyway.
Yeah, well, you're right about that. Bull made a mistake there on the last lap.
This is one great track. Lots of improvements in the last couple of years. It's now Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, no longer Mosport Racetrack. But it's really come a long way, and great place if anybody ever wants to come up. Got a room for you here at my place. and I got a couple of rooms over at Joliker's place too.
Oh, there you go.
So, qualifying's pretty much finished.
Yeah, pretty much. That lap. Parsons may improve. He's on mediums. Currently, it's not really. Well, there you go, Jack.
That's it. Well,
wow. Ricker.
Quite. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You got that Ferrari just wound right out here. Canadian on a Canadian track. Way to go, Sean.
We are all over the place on cars at the front here. And that's really what I was hoping for. You know, we saw at Sebring and even at Watkins Glen, those Lamborghinis could kind of run away with it. They had that straight line speed, but here at Mosport, That's not as helpful as some really good cornering like that Ferrari has. So, took 4 different cars in the top 4 spots. That's a testament to the balance of the car pack this year, if you ask me.
Yeah, hats off to everybody here who participates in the competition committee, setting up the cars, the skins, the broadcasters, everybody here. I want to thank everybody in AGP for all their hard work. You want to, what do we want to talk about now?
Well,
who's leading points? What do we got here? We got 5 minutes. Points leaders. What do you think?
Yeah, I got to pull them up so I know who they are.
Taylor and Maris, 32 points. They're tied. Jesse Olsen is, I'm going to say in second because the front third with 30. Peter Szabo with 29. David Poole with 25. Parsons with 23.
Yeah.
And in the team, we've got TCB, Taylor and Cuppet in the lead with 54. Al and Brad, I don't know what they call themselves, I didn't write that down. I've got 50. Turbo Nerds, the Nerds, Szabo and Marish, they've got 46. And the Purple Helmets, Olsen and Ricker with 36. So the Purple Helmets look like they're doing well here tonight.
They are. Yes, indeed, with Ricker in P1 and Olsen in P5. That is not a bad result for them at all. So, so narrow here at the start. I am nervous for these guys already. And look how many people are started on the curve back here at the back. I mean, wow. That is 11, 12, 13th and backwards are slightly sideways. So...
Well, I'm sitting in my car, and I'm back on the Mario Andretti straightaway, so I can't even see what's going on up at the front there.
Wow.
It's a big grid. It's going to be exciting. We got 49 laps of sheer excitement coming your way tonight, and thanks for everybody. Hey, Gupper's in the house. Al's team's got to go by. Yes, he is got to go by. And welcome. Let's have a great race here tonight.
Yep.
Looks very familiar to me.
Yeah, let's run through the order here, Jack. We got Sean Ricker up front. We've been talking about him. Great result. Maybe, I don't think we've seen Sean Ricker qualify first yet in the league. He's relatively new, so great job by Sean Ricker. Matt Taylor, of course, Lamborghini with no ballast is P2, but he's the only Lamborghini in the top 6. So great job by Matt Taylor. A little bit faster than his teammate today, Cuppet. Salem Montgomery Jr. is in P3 in that Audi. So we were missing Salem for a little while, but he came back to us last week. I think he had some bad luck at the Glim, but we'll see what he can do here at Mosport. Aaron Parsons, P4. So that's our first Porsche. Jesse Olsen, Purple Helmets, P5, so our first teammate here in the front. Cuppet, P6, few spots behind his teammate here. That seems to be a theme. Hefner, P7. David Morrow starting P8. Andrew Werner starts in position 9. David Poole will start 10th.
11th, we got Chris Moses, Jeremy Bryant, Al Merriman, John Ludden. I'm surprised to see him so far back. Peter Szabo, Peter Wozniak, Dan Thorpe, and Mr. Zahn and Hefner round up the top 20. Or did I screw that up?
No, I don't think you did. I think we're missing somebody, and it's screwing me up. We're missing Brad.
I think you might be right, too. My Hefner I got in 7th.
Okay. then yeah, you definitely did it wrong because you called out Hefner somewhere in there. Okay, well, I'm just going to go from 11th.
Bjorn Heyman. Bjorn Heyman.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Heyman.
All right. Angel. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Then we. Okay, that makes sense. David's on.
Oh, David Marish just left the server.
Uh-oh. We'll see if he can get back in. Iggy is in. Excuse me. Bjorn Heyman's actually in 21st. Iggy's in 22nd. Sam Rolfson 23rd. John McIntyre 24th. Kobus is in 25th. Sergio Calderon's in 26th. Omar Gomez starts 27th, and Curtis Chandler with his. Well, no, he starts 28th. I don't know. He didn't qualify. Terry starts 29th. Kevin Kirkbride with his snow qual starting 30th. All right. Back to the front. Camera here. Ricker got teleported back to the pits. No, he didn't. I don't know why. My timing's all messed up, but Ricker's ahead. Something is very strange about the timing right now, but Ricker has got a little bit of lead here.
He's off to a great start. Salem Montgomery slipped into P2, Jesse Olsen in P3.
Terry has some trouble. Jordan Heyman as well. Oh, that's Curtis Chandler sliding off in the Ferrari. Oh, and big damage. And I hope he didn't just, he just caught Terry in that. And Terry definitely.
Yeah, Terry Murphy just got caught up in that. Oh, and he's just smoking his tires. Bjorn Heyman is coming up behind him now.
Ricker spins across and is in 27th. Wow. Kirkbride up to 24th. Up front. Not sure what happened to Ricker there. But I'm hoping our scoring will fix itself right here. It does.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was an unassisted error for Sean Rickard because he was quite a gap there.
Yeah. Yeah, he did have quite a gap there.
So out in front you got Montgomery, Olsen, Taylor, and Parsons.
Rickard's in the pits as well.
Well, my prediction came almost true. Kevin Kirkbride has picked up 6 spots in the first lap.
Yeah.
But it is red across the board. I don't care where you go, but it's going to be busy for a couple of laps here. Holy jumping. It is busy from like, P12 all the way down to 24 right now. And all the way through the field.
Zabo's got 40 kilograms of. Oh, goodness. That's Al Merriman. Oh, off the track. Some damage there. Oh, he needs to pit.
He's taking it into the pits, and Wozniak is going around him. So,
Zabo is
bad start there. We've had a few guys not doing well out of this. And,
we got lots of damaged wings out there, Jack. That is, yeah. Oh, we got guys off track everywhere, Jack. What is going on right now? David Poole is four-wheeling.
They're pushing way too hard. Geez, I just lost. Oh, 2 more off. 2 more off.
Maybe there's some.
Ziggy Chordia is off the track.
I don't know what's causing these drivers to get caught out,
Well, I do. It's a very narrow track. They're all running at the same speed. They should just do their laps, settle down, and opportunities will come to them.
Speaking of opportunities, Kevin Kirkbride is closing in on Kovas. He's up the 22nd. You know, he seems to gain. I think a lot of times his gains are just mistakes made.
Well, yeah, mistakes are going to be very costly at this track because with the lapse times of like 1:15 and 1:16 in race pace, Sean Ricker has left the server. He's thrown the towel in and said, I've had enough of this.
Well, gets a point for his qualifying. That's got to be a disappointing result for him, though.
Absolutely, but like I say, with a short lap time of 1 minute 15 seconds, you've got to keep clean. You cannot afford to go into the pits. It's going to cost you like dozens of positions.
Right. Moses.
Well, Montgomery stays out in front.
Moses side by side with the Tour. Oh goodness, boys.
Makes it stick.
Yeah, he does.
Attaboy. Just as a little update, Salem Montgomery has opened up his gap a little bit.
Parsons is closing in on Taylor, and Taylor's closing in on Jesse Olsen. What a battle.
It's a lot of tight racing going on around here. Just as a little update here, I'm back on board. Following Brad Maris, who was chasing down Ludden, Jeremy Bryant, Joliker, and Moses, and Warner. They're all in tight together.
Oh.
But fun track.
Al Merriman's out.
Big Al's out.
Yep.
That big slide going into the S's is not where you want to be sliding off the track.
No, I think maybe these guys had to make some setup compromises to get a car that was comfortable. Some parts of this track. It is a strange track.
Well, this track is going to penalize you if you get off track. It's no doubt about it. One mistake and it's going to cost you, like I said, dozens of positions. Keep it clean, race your race, and you should be fine.
Well, especially that bump in Moss Corner. Some of the elements of this track in particular can push the car weird directions. And, it's not easy. Not always easy to stay on track.
Yeah, back to, Kirkbride gets it all wrong, coming out of Moss Corner and puts it in the wall, backing up. Has he got the room? Get her going. Oh, close. And there goes a half a dozen positions again.
Yeah, that's a shame. He really was moving forward, but it is hard to, not everybody in the middle of the pack there is going to cooperate with you, definitely. But did he have help there? Did he
We've
just
got
lose
2,
it
3. We got Brad Maris just got bumped into the wall and sideways by Jeremy Bryant. Brad Maris all wrong coming in the corner. Corner
no.
2. Now he's sitting. Oh man. His car. He punched it. He punched it. He said, "The heck with this." And that is this track. Make a mistake, and it literally, you're out of the race.
This battle for second is still going on. And Taylor on the longest straight of the track closes on Jesse Olsen. Got the draft.
And he's got the speed to 166.
Wow.
The outside is not the place to do it, but he's going to have the inside here. Oh, man. And Jesse's going to try and keep position there. Oh, boy.
Oh, bump.
Oh, no. And that got him.
Taylor
that got him.
Got it all wrong there. Does a good job of avoiding the cars. Oh, I think he just hit the curb and got a little loose.
That cost him 7, 8, 9 positions.
You know, he made contact with
Moses making a run on David Marish.
Oh, there he goes. Dangerous spot to pass.
This is a real fun part of the track in real life to come down through this chute here up into corners 5. A little bump. 6. And who can get on it quickest? So Salem out in front by 3 seconds. Olsen being chased by Parsons now. But as we've seen, hey, we're down to what, 24 cars down?
Yeah. Bad week for
9 laps, 6 retires.
Yeah, wow.
I agree with Cup Douglas there in the chat room. Madness. It's sheer madness out there.
It is quite intense.
But Mosport is quite intense. It always has been when we've been here with NHEP, and it probably always will be.
Yeah.
Moses all over the back of Marish as they come off Mo's corner. But that Lambo got some legs down the straight there.
Yeah. Well, and I think Jeremy Bryant got the angle wrong through the corner there, unless that's really how he's doing it every lap. He couldn't get on the power very early, so that is not going to help him catch that quick.
Parsons all over the back of Jesse Olsen. Well, we got some great action. Where are you?
I just watched Kirkbride pass Terry as he's trying to move his way back up. I got to check his times. I wonder if he pitted. He might have after his incident. He had a 1:31. I'm not sure if that's just him. That's not long enough, I think, for a pit stop, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see later on. But there is action all around, I think. It looks like Parsons not able to get around Olsen for now. Hefner maybe closing in on Parsons, but those gaps, you know, those guys running pretty consistent pace. We talked about how close everybody is here. What are you looking at, Jack?
Well, yeah, same thing. I'm seeing Parsons, Jason Olsen, and also Jolicoeur up the back of Andrew Werner's Corvette.
I'll put both of Jolicoeur here. Had some setup help from David Zahn, who is trying both seasons. Of course, Jolicoeur is primarily his full-time spot in the Monday season, but David Zahn says he wants to get the hang of setups, doing 2 seasons at once. So Jolicoeur was happy with what David had helped him with, so it's good that he got a little time in the car.
Whoa, John Ludden has put this car into the wall.
Uh-oh. Is he out? laps out, I think. Not.
No, he's fired it back up again. Got that Audi cranked up again. He's getting ready to go. He's off and running.
Quite
Bjorn Amons called it a night.
Becoming quite the survival challenge here, Jack. We've only got a few drivers at this point finishing outside of the points. Oh, Sergio
Calderon just spun his car. He's got her moving again. But going for the podium here, we've got Salem's out in front by 3 seconds in front of Jesse Olsen, who has got a Porsche sniffing the fumes out of that Ferrari.
Yeah.
You know, it might come down to whose tires are going to burn off first here for this P2.
Can you ever bet against Parsons on tires?
Yeah, you know, I've heard him say, oh, they were pretty bad. You know, they were like 90% gone, but I was able to hang on to it. And I'm like, holy smokes, I don't know how these guys do it.
Yeah, he's turning my freaking qualifying time as he says this.
Well,
yeah.
their lap times are very, very close together. I mean, when you look at their times, their fastest lap time, Jesse Olsen 1:15.882, and Parsons 1:15.842. So really close together, well-matched couple here, and looks like they're keeping it clean. Nobody's really, I guess they're waiting for somebody to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Andrew Werner has put his car off, and Joel Kerr slides by to take the 7th spot out of him.
Where's Moses?
Yeah, I think Chris started at 16 or 17 back there. And moving forward with, you know, like 10 retirees, you know, the same with Captain Kirk there. You know, he's up to 17th. He started 30th.
Right.
Oh, as I mentioned him in 17th, he's now in 16th.
There you go.
Yeah, just got by Iggy Chordia, but Iggy's car's all beat to pieces too. This is not going to end well.
Iggy. You can try it again next time, maybe.
Yeah, and David Poole is right behind him.
All's well that ends well.
Okay, so they're finally starting to settle down. They're, you know, like a third of the way through this thing.
Yeah, right. Pit stop's coming up in about 10 laps.
So Zach Hefner is now joined this push for the podium here. Zach's sitting in P4. He has now closed the gap up to Aaron Parsons, who's in 3rd. Well, we got another car sliding up the track. David Zahn. Corner 2, one of the deadliest corners there. They have since, this track is a little dated, Jake. They've since paved that grassy area out there because of retirements. I mean, guys had hit the grass, and that was the end of the race for them. So that is now paved in the in real life.
Cool. Hefner really able to close in on Parsons there.
Yeah, but not too far back from those guys. is David Merrill and Chris Moses, who, you know, Chris was pushing David really hard there for a while, but it looks like they've sort of settled down and just are putting in some good clean laps now, and they are closing the gap to those guys that are fighting up there. Geez, a couple of guys that surprised me is David Poole and John Ludden. Ludden in 20th and David Poole in 21st. So they looked like they might have had early race problems and put them that far back in the pack.
Right.
I'm just on board with Chris Moses. David Merrill had a little trouble coming through most corner there. This might be the closest that Chris has been in behind that Lambo up the Merrill and Andretti straightaway. Still big legs on that Lambo.
Yeah. Snowden in the chat room.
Yeah, he's rooting for his buddy Ian.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's at a conference, so Ian is in his car, and Ian is moving up the field.
Yeah, he's at P7 now.
Moses gets by. Maros. Didn't see what happened there to David Maros.
Just pushing a little too hard, took it a little wide. But it looks like, oh, Chris just hanging on to the outside edge of that track there.
Yeah.
But we'll see if David can come back on this straightaway here.
Good point, Jack.
This is going into the S's. This could be very interesting here.
Sure is faster. But yeah, going into the S's, Chris Moses carries more speed. The entrance of 8 there. Oh wow, what a mess! What a mess! These are the leaders.
Jesse Olsen.
Those are the leaders.
And Parsons.
What?
Parsons drops to 5. Olsen.
What happened there?
Going down like a rock. Down to 9.
Wow.
And that created a little bit of a gap there. You know, Chris was looked like he got through it a little better than David Marosh, and David's giving Chris a little bit of breathing room there.
You know, Hefner was behind those two guys. He was giving them plenty of room, and it looks like he came out the winner there because he hasn't lost much time.
We got
Salem. Whoa. What?
Omar Gomez all turned around there.
Oh no.
Back at the start finish. It's just getting crazy. It's still crazy out there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There it goes. So Moses on the podium. Thanks to the mistakes of those guys. Now ahead of his teammate and behind Zach Hefner.
Yeah, well, that's about a 14 position pickup.
Yeah, that was really, really helpful.
Not quite as good as Captain Kirk, who's picked up 15 positions since the start of the race.
Well, really more than that. We saw him spin and go backwards once and then come back up through. So, running a good race so far.
Well, back up front, Moses is now all over the back of Zach Hefner.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching.
Now, Zach's on hards, as you predicted. Moses on the medium. Zach getting a little sideways there.
Moses is going to have the advantage here.
Oh, in the draft. There he goes. Oh, this side-by-side to the S's. It hasn't ended well. Not once tonight.
It's ended well several times. We've had several guys being good, giving each other room. But, yeah, it's going wrong. I mean, it always goes wrong. Remember last season, it went wrong. Was it the first or the second lap? Yeah. I don't know if you remember that. It was quite the wreck.
So, Montgomery out in the lead by 8 seconds.
Yeah, and, you know, with Moses battling Hefner for P2.
Well, I think Chris is got a little bit of pace, and Hefner is now going to start coming under some pressure from David Merosh and Parsons.
Holding up great. Starting to catch these guys.
He's in P6 now, so he's doing a great job tonight. Well, I agree with the guys on the chat room. Unfortunately, unless we ran time delayed, we wouldn't be able to have instant replay. And I don't think this studio here or there, there's not enough of us up here.
Yeah. What I'm thinking about, Trevor, is if we switch to Discord, we could like maybe try a team radio feature, but I've just been kind of thinking about that. They have an API.
Oh, we've got, who is that? Chris Moses looks like he bobbled coming off of Mo's corner. And now Zach Hefner's right up his tailpipe.
Oh, yeah. Wow, we're going to go side by side with the S's again?
Again.
Not quite. Hefner. Not quite the same pace here as Chris Moses, I don't think. I think it's a more difficult part of the track.
Well, he better jump on her because there's a bit of a freight train going on there. You got Chris Moses, Zach Hefner, David Merosh, and Aaron Parsons.
Yeah.
Boy, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're all stacked up there. And Jolicor is, and there goes Parsons on the inside. Looks like he's going to make it stick.
Yeah, he does.
David slides in behind him. But you know who the big winner on this is I'm back one camera back. I'm back at Jolicor, and Jolicor is now right up behind these guys and saying, keep battling, guys. I'm gaining.
Jolicor now has podium opportunity for sure. And in fact, we got to see when these guys pit, because that's going to be part of it. 24, 25. If I had to guess, I'd say these guys on hards would rather go slightly longer. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really up on the tire mod right now. Sorry, folks, but you know, I think it's going to be just maybe the hards are going to keep the grip similar to the mediums on the other cars, but I might be wrong. Okay, well, they've strung themselves out there just a little bit, other than David's now coming under pressure from Ian. You know, we've got Salem Montgomery out there is steady, about 8.5 second lead over the Chris Moses, but You know, Ian here now got himself up to P6, and we know he puts in a lot of practice laps, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think you got the count right on there, Jack. Lots of practice laps. Like sometimes half dozen seems like a really tremendous commitment, but I think he's gone there for this race.
Well, you know, he's just one of those guys that shows up and says, "Hey guys, what track are we on tonight?" "Oh, great, super. Can somebody send me a setup?"
Yeah.
Now Ian's just pulled into the pits.
Yep. You know, Ian likes to pit early. Get it done, and then
Gonna go early. Oh, he's 24. Everybody else.
well, starting 24. Not at the end is 24. So really, he has
Yep. 23
6 laps to go. .3 seconds in the pits for Jolicourt, and that is going to put him.
Whoa, Chris Moses sideways coming off Moss corner, and that's stacked up. Zach Hefner had to check up. Aaron Parsons, now we've got, oh boy, Aaron, it's not 3 wide there, boy.
Uh-oh. I am hopping on with David Maros to see how this ends, or...
Oh. So we've got, ow. Boy, oh boy. Excitement.
Oh, and look at that. Chris Moses to the pits. And I think that's been...
Bryant in the pits. Werner in the pits.
Let's see. Jolicourt came out behind Kovas. It's going to be quite a mix of cars here until we see who pits.
Well, Montgomery should come in.
Jolicourt just got clear traffic. That's what he was looking for.
And Salem's bringing it in the pits.
So is Hefner going to pit? No. Hefner's P1. Parsons pits. Maros pits. Jesse Olsen pits. So Peter Szabo pits as well. So Hefner staying out. See what he can see, I suppose.
And Salem is away.
Wow.
And it looks like he's got some clear track in front of him, so he should be able to crank up some decent lap times here.
So everybody's pitted except Hefner. Also pit for Maros.
Hefner in.
Uh-oh. Button spun and he's out.
Oh, man.
Hefner's in the pits. And Dan Thorpe is by. He is not pitted yet.
Nope, he's running a long one. But Dan Thorpe's just coming around turn 3, and in behind him is Salem Montgomery coming around turn 3 right now.
You know, Zach Hefner just came out ahead of Moses. Where was he? He was behind Moses when they went in the pits. That was after a mix-up, so I'm not really sure where they were when they came in. But so Hefner's in P3 right now. Really P2. Montgomery P1 after Dan Thorpe pits, probably coming up. 1:16.4 last lap. It's a little slower than he was earlier. His lap time seemed to be going a little slower. And there he goes into the pits. So Salem Montgomery Jr., our leader. But the battle is for P2. And Villacor is a little further behind. I don't think that strategy played out for him like he would have liked it to. I think these guys were faster before the pit than after the pit, as well as he was. So anyway, he's got a few seconds to get back up to David Mars.
And good on Montgomery. He must have, as well as putting in the practice laps, he obviously put in some practice in the pits, because he picked up 2 seconds there in that whole pit rotation.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, that's the one thing I'm not crazy about in AC is allowing cars just to fly through sort of the speed break and the pit entries. I'd much rather have you slow down to a proper speed, pit lane speed, and if you violate it, take a penalty.
Yeah, we'll see if they add that. It could be a feature they choose to add later on.
So Parsons all over the back of Zach Hefner, and Moses keeping an eye on that. And David Merrill is back in behind Chris after Chris got by him before the pit rotations, and Joel Core in behind him. Now that lead is dropped by about almost a second there. By Salem Montgomery. But he sure looks good and smooth tonight. But with almost 500 laps of practice in on this short track, he should be. Where are you, Jake?
I'm on board with Parsons as he closes in on Hefner in the worst part of the track for the Glickenhaus, I think.
Well, right behind Parsons is Moses. She's watching those 2 Porsches too, complete different entries. Although Parsons likes to hang it out wide and take a bit of a later apex on the corners. So we've got the what do they call that car? What is Hefner's car? What do they call that thing?
Glickenhaus. Hefner's car,
yeah, the
right?
House of Glicken.
Glickenhaus, yeah.
Yeah, the House of Glicken. Sharp-looking car.
Yep.
according to Ian, it was the most difficult car he has ever driven.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Parsons just barely brushing the wall there, coming to corner 2.
That's not recommended.
No, not at all. Why don't we just run through the order there, Jake?
Good idea. Yep, Salem Montgomery Jr. in
Here.
first. 10-second lead after the pit stop, so great run by him so far. He's just got to keep it clean. Hefner, though, has a lot more to do. He's got 2 NAGP veterans breathing down his neck in historically fast NAGP cars. In fact, sorry, Jack, we got to stop here for a minute because the Porsches are making their way by. Oh, how's this going to go? Hefner maybe trying to crowd the inside a little bit there.
Gets through.
Well done, Hefner.
Whoa, we got a car turned around there. Hefner, wide, out in the grass. And go back to P5 here.
Wow.
Whoa, lots of action there.
I am impressed with Hefner being able to hold on to his position there. It looked like Chris and Parsons were just going to go straight through. And
well, good, you know what? Good on all 3 of those guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
it clean.
That's a fast corner. That's like 130 miles an hour on the start of that the S's there. So good on him to hang on to it and keep it clean. But that little battle has allowed David Merrill to close the gap and get right on Chris Moses' tail.
Yeah, and Chris Moses is going to be looking to get a side of Hefner here. Yes, it's the same way these Porsches have been passing already.
Now he's going to try it on the outside.
Well, outside of 8, inside of 9.
Whoa,
so,
and looks like he might get it done.
Yeah, well, we see Chris, I mean, he brakes, I think that Glickenhaus doesn't stop very well, so that Porsche can brake later into that turn. Not that Chris, I mean, that's Chris's driving style anyway. The latest possible brake.
And man, he got that done. Tried it on the inside in one lap, didn't work. Tried it on the outside, made it stick. But now Zach is now going to come under pressure from the Lambo of David Merrill.
Right. So anyway, I'm behind those guys. Parsons comfortably P2 now, a little bit of a gap back to Moses, P3. Zach Hefner is now in P4 after getting passed there by Moses. David Morrows is in P5 contesting Hefner. Ian Chillicourse in P6 with a little bit of breathing room. Jeremy Bryant P7. Jesse Olsen's in P8. That's Peter Szabo, P9. Dan Thorpe, P10.
Just to break in there, Merrill has just gone by Zach Hefner on the back of the straightaway.
Thanks for catching that, Jack. We are watching that now. Wow.
Wow, there's not much room between those guys. I mean, like a couple of feet and that's it. So Hefner is saying not so fast. And a little bit of lap traffic up there.
Yeah, this could affect this race. David's on, looking for a way out of the way. Or is he? He's trying to figure out where these guys are going.
I think he's just trying to hang on.
Yeah. There he goes.
Good on you, David. Sorry to break up your countdown there, but the action is still...
yeah, no, it never stops.
It's still where it's at.
I'd rather watch the action than run through the order. You want to take us from P11?
Jonathan Cuppett in 11, Kurt Bride in 12th.
Wow.
So that's 18 spots he's picked up.
Yep.
Ed Wozniak in 13, Kobus in 14, Iggy Chorty in 15, Omar Gomez in 16, David Pohl in 17, Matt Taylor in 18, Werner off track in 19, Terry Murphy in 20th, Sergio Calderon in 21, and David Zahn in 22. So back up with you.
Yep. These guys are spreading out and calming down. We'll keep our eye on Kevin Kirkbride, who is still turning the fastest laps of the midfield, and will be able to catch Cuppet if they maintain their current pace. And I was looking actually for the team name.
For who?
The one I can never remember, Matt Taylor and Cuppet.
TCB, Taylor Cuppet, I don't know, brothers or bandits?
Yeah, okay.
Team
TCB.
name's TCB.
Is that like TCBY?
Maybe. So we've got Jeremy Bryant in a Ferrari chasing down Joel LaCour.
Yep, we're just picking that up.
Ian hanging on to that spot, though, that P6.
Ian hasn't had the pace he had before after his pit stop for some reason. A little bit slower. Well, I take that back. Maybe he's just not quite as quick. You know, he's usually on pace with the rest of the field. He's been very consistent, but not quite as quick as some of the guys ahead of him. Oh wow! Mix up in the front.
We've got Iggy Chordia is off track, and he's being lapped by some of the guys, so it's always creates a bit of a distraction when guys go off track in front of these guys.
Yeah.
But Jeremy Bryant now, looks like he's got a run on Ian Joel LaCour down the Mario Andretti straight, coming into the S's.
Wisely thinks better of that. Goes out.
Called it a night. 21. So Jeremy hanging onto the back of Ian Joel LaCour. Zach Hefner trying to chase down David Merrill for P4, and they're not that far behind. You know, when I take a look at P2, 3, 4, and 5, there's only 4 seconds separating all those guys. So they're all keeping it nice and tight up at the front.
Absolutely.
You know, this is the second time on Thursday nights we've watched guys from the back of the pack do real well. You know, Peter Zabo was one a couple races back, and now Kirkbride there, that's 18 spots he's picked up. So I mean, great runs. Where are you, Jake?
Still watching Hefner chasing David Morrows.
Yeah, that's pretty much the race going on right now.
Yeah, except for Brian Jolicoeur, as you said. But Jolicoeur has been very consistent. I think he's going to have what he needs to stay ahead for now.
Yeah, Jolicoeur came in a little early.
He did.
He might be, he might have a little less fuel on board right now, but that Ferrari sure looks very nimble out there.
probably, they've all got the same fuel at this point, enough to finish the race. So, except for the differences in fuel economy, it's going to be the same number of laps of fuel in each car. Not going to stop again. So I really don't know. You know, I'm not sure what he hoped to achieve by stopping earlier. Because in AC, so many times it seems like having less fuel is very beneficial. So I typically try to run it longer, more time with no fuel in the tank. But anyway, you could argue that based on his lap time, 6 is where he should be, and he wouldn't be able to get any further regardless of his pit strategy. But I mean, for a substitute driver to come in and finish 6th. Still, what we're used to from him, pretty much.
Yeah, nonsense. And in a car he says he hates.
Yeah, yeah. Nonsense.
Yeah, he could sub for me any day.
Yeah, no kidding. Be better than me.
Well, they've all settled down nicely. 40 out of 49 in the bag. But Salem putting on a bit of a show here. Got out to an early lead. He's down to about 8 seconds, but he can afford that right now. And got some clean track ahead of him, it looks like. So, you know, good race by Salem. But as usual, you know, the guys out in front don't get a lot of, Terry Murphy gets out of the way, let David Marosh and Zach Hefner by. The leaders don't get a lot of loving on the broadcast.
No, they don't.
Now that Jeremy Bryant, Ian Jolicoeur battle going on there is going to be really interesting as they've got a lapped car up in front of them coming down the Mario Andretti straightaway into the S's. And Ziggy Chordia up in front.
Jolicoeur coming up on Ziggy Chordia again. Nope, not again.
Yeah, just as a little FYI, you know, there's about a half a straightaway separating Montgomery from Parsons.
Yeah, quite a long straightaway.
But, you know, when I'm looking at the times here, you know, Parsons is carving off about 0.3 of a second off of each lap. You know, Montgomery's leads down to 7.7, but as I said earlier, he's done enough to win the race.
Yeah, you know, Parsons needs about a second a lap at this point, actually, maybe a little more than that to get by Montgomery Jr. at this point. So unless Montgomery Jr. makes a mistake, I think he's okay for the race here. So great job by Salem. We expected to see him win, to be honest, when he got first draft pick, and he was very confident in that pick of the Audi. So you said Mosport was promising, so it's good to see the results here. His teammate.
Now we've got interesting, you know, you've got those Glickenhaus in 5 and 6.
Yeah,
and you got Porsche in 2 and 3. So interesting turn of events here tonight. Good mix of cars.
I wonder if we're going to see these guys at the front. You know, Moses and Parsons are teammates, so maybe they will not mix it up. Maybe they're just going to stay where they're at. But Hefner and Maros certainly. If Hefner can catch him, that is a battle to watch. Hefner is currently fast.
Yeah, you know, not as we've seen. There's not. If you can keep a clean lap and run your lines, it's very hard to pass here.
Yeah, absolutely right.
You know, unless you get, you know, somebody bobbles coming off of the Moss corner and you can get in behind him for a draft, it's really tough. We've seen, you know, some great action in the S's, you know, side by sides, inside passes, outside passes, but you need to carry that speed at the end of the straightaway to do that. A little bit of a battle going on here with Captain Kirk and Jonathan Cuppett for P11. And Zach Hefner is now closing up on David Maros.
Where will he try to pass, I wonder? Well, I know. He can stay close here. And he does. Is that close enough, Jack? Maybe not. Look at that Lamborghini.
No, I don't know. That Lambo has got those legs. You know, it seems to accelerate out of there, even though you know, Zach had him right there. I mean, I don't know how much closer he could get into that corner, but the Lambo just seemed to, you know, explode off the corner there.
David Maros not as fast through these last 3 corners as we've seen some of these other drivers be. So maybe he could be running a little less downforce, actually. That'd be an interesting strategy. Pays off.
Well, I'm sorry we missed it, but Kevin Kirkbride did get by Jonathan Cuppett.
Excellent.
But I do think, looking Zach, on the inside here, having a good look. You know, and if they try to take this 5-6 combination too quick, Maros off into the grass, that might just be all he needed, but still not close enough. Look at that Lambo go. So 45 out of 49.
Montgomery, Parsons, Moses, Maros, and Hefner are the top 5. And Hefner really looking for David Maros here towards the end of the stint.
Yeah, he sure is. He wants that spot bad. Wow, very close, very close. Trying to, you know, pushes him way wide when he takes that, try to take that corner 3 there.
Maros gets into the power, like right on that bump there.
just a little farther back as an FYI, Joliker, Jeremy Bryant, and Jesse Olsen are all keeping each other honest there, all vying for P6. But the battle going on.
Joliker turned his fastest laps. The race so far.
Yeah, he's doing a great job late in the stint.
Parsons is closing on Salem, Montgomery, but I think it's too little too late. So he's gotten ahead of Chris Moses by 4 seconds though.
Yeah, that gap is closed down to 4th, but you know what? 4 seconds, but I think Salem's just in cruise mode right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Zach Hefner a little bit closer to the Lamborghini this time still. Looks like he's getting away. Got lap traffic coming up. Terry Murphy.
Well, you're right. You know, I just checking out the view, driver's view from Aaron Parsons, who's in P2. It's down to 4 seconds, 3.9 seconds now. He can actually see Montgomery, but I'm thinking Montgomery's just
yeah, half a lap, half a second a lap. Not enough.
He's not going to lose it now.
Yeah, he did have a second a lap at one point there, which is what I said he needed. Maybe a little more, but he doesn't have a second a lap every lap, so yeah, you're absolutely right, he's in view, but that's not quite enough. Hefner is so close to Maros that I'm almost certain something is going to happen there before the end of the race, and every time he goes through Moss it looks like he might bump him, he's so close.
Yeah, you know, that Lambo just explodes out of that corner. So, you know, Zach's got to stay in close to have half a chance. He seems to be picking up, you know, all the distance here everywhere else other than coming off that turn 6 into the Mario Andretti straight, and Montgomery has just started his final lap.
16 seconds. Parsons turns at 15-1. Montgomery really just can't afford to get off his rhythm. Oh, is Hefner looks on the inside. Not enough room there.
Fighting right to the end.
Montgomery Jr. on the final straight. I don't think that. Come on, Hefner. Right on his tail. Look at that. A little less takeoff from the Lamborghini that time, but still, you see that gap increasing. I think David Maros really does have lower downforce on that car, even than some of the other Lamborghinis in this race. So Montgomery Jr. coming around the final corner. And across the line to finish P1. Parsons P2. Chris Moses 3. David Maros is coming around to finish P4, and Hefner P5 sideways across the line. Joliker finishes 6th. Jesse Olsen 7th. Jeremy Bryant's going to finish in 8th place. Salem.
Yes.
You're on the broadcast. So all according to plan then.
I guess. I think a couple of guys gave me some positions from the start, so I can't say it was all me in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then after that, you had it in the bag, it seems. Managing your gap there at the end, I think you could have. You were just relaxing, right? You could have pushed for more pace if you needed to.
Yeah, she does in the 14s, but I saw Ezra and I was like, if I make any kind of mistake, Ezra's going to take advantage, or Chris.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a great race.
Oh, yeah.
Great race, Salem. You know, you took advantage there of a little bit of problems in lap 1, and you never let up. That was a fantastic race. Well managed. Done real well at pit stop, too.
Thanks, Jack. It's a pleasure working with you guys, man. That was a great race.
Good job, buddy.
Well, we didn't give you a whole lot of loving, but you know, when you get that far out in front, you know, you're out by, like, you know, 13 seconds at one point. You're sort of out of the broadcast, but still, well done. And just as a footnote to all the other drivers, it looks like the practice paid off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks, guys. And also, I have to mention Zach and Kirkbride. They were flying. I'm pretty sure if Kirkbride had a qual tonight, I don't know, would have been a tough race.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
great pace.
Hey, he did all right. He picked up like 19 positions. So, you know, even starting from the back of the pack, he did okay there. And very gracious of you to mention them on the broadcasting, how it is your podium win tonight.
Thanks, guys. Pleasure.
Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to move you back. Good race. He moves back. Okay, so that's it, Jack. Quite a race there. Any last words?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a bit of a schmozzle. It's just that type of a track. It's fast, it's short. I just wish, you know, at the beginning these guys could just settle down and you know, fall in line and get the race going without as much attrition as we saw.
Right. We've got some winners and losers there. In particular, Parsons and Moses have done a lot better than they had managed previously this season. You know, they hadn't gotten on the podium.
Yeah, the Porsches did real well here.
Yeah, they really did. And, those guys right second and third, and they did not start up there, so they really had to work for it. And then David Maros, without the weight, he had unfortunately a disconnect last week, but had a great run here today.
Yeah, and the Glickenhauses in 5 and 6, they did a great job as well. So well done on everybody who finished the race.
Yeah. Not as good for Cuppet and Taylor. But yeah, anyway, we'll review points next week for the next race. Next week we are at
Virginia International, unknown to me.
Really? Oh, that's a fun one. Kevin Lekmansky did not do that one, but he did do some work on that one. It's a very full-featured, very well done mod track, and VIR is actually, I guess you could call it you could say it's my home track because it's within a couple hours, but no, my home track would have to be Charlotte Motor Speedway or something boring. But it's up in Virginia, right across the state line, so Southern Virginia. Sort of in the middle there, so it's a neat track. A lot of guys are really big fans, so it should be a fun one.
Well, it'll be another interesting night next Thursday night. Thanks for everybody who joined us in the our viewing audience. Thanks to NAGP for having Jake and I host the show tonight. Yeah.
And then, of course, Brad and Al Monday night for the Open Wheel Series, and you can catch us next week, 9 p.m. Monday, Thursday nights. Thanks again, and we'll see you later on.